Today we're going to be working on this 68 Chevy C30. He's got some big plans for this truck. We'll let him tell you more about that later. But it was sitting for years before we got it. And it's been sitting for 2 to 3 years up here. So we're about to hook up to it with the forklift and get it pulled around to the shops.
Before 2000. From where they live, you have to tag the vehicles, or otherwise you have to sell them. Living north, Metro Atlanta area.
So last tag was 2000.
Don't give this thing a bath so that way we don't get no critters in the shop. Because it was just in the weeds, so. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing washed up.
And we have got some handy dandy assistance today. All the way from Georgia.
All right, we got it pressure washed and got it in shop in here. Let's see what it's going to take to get it running. Got all kind of rat nest in it. Still got all the original markings on it, on the hood and on the fender right there. Got a little bit of rot in the cowl on it. We've got to fix that. But let's see what we need to do. You get the plugs out of it. See how bad they look. Got green antifreeze in it. Yep, that's way overflowing oil. Or gas oil. And it's been sitting, last tag was 2000. But I think they just tagged it because they live in Atlanta. And both brake reservoirs are empty. We know that the brake line on the rear end has been broke off. So it ain't gonna hold no brake fluid to the rear, but maybe to hold some in the front. Let's get some plugs out of it and see what we got going on here. The gas could have got in there two ways. The diaphragm and the fuel pump went bad, or either through the carburetor. So I put a new distributor cap on it at some point in time. But this is an old 307. Plug don't look too bad. AC Delcos. He used to use this to haul his lumber. He had rental houses and all and did construction remodeling, so he used this to haul his building material around with. So let's get these out and we'll be right back with you to show you all of them, see how they look. Alright, well I'm going to let the brakes self-bleed, but first off what we're going to do is put some fluid in it since the back hose is busted. Alright, what I'm going to do is just bend it over half in two and zip tight, and that will crimp it off. I don't think that's going to crimp it because it didn't pinch it shut. It's too dry rotted. So I'm going to have to put a pair of vice grips on it. We'll try this first. But while we're working on the rest of it, we'll let that sit there and gravity bleed.
And we will get a CAT scan while we're at it.
Yeah. And my thoughts was to put these tires on the back of it. It's too heavy for me to stand up, my back's hurting. Anyhow, these are super singles that come off the back of an 18-wheeler. Put these on the rear and then put just regular 22.5 18-wheeler wheels on the front. So that might be in the works, but that's the reason these are laying here. Yep, those 22.5. Alright. Well, I've got to flexi on them, and we're going to pour some marble mixture oil in the cylinders and see if the engine's locked up or not. Hopefully not. But just so happens I know where Cummins motor is. If nothing else, this just help the rings. If it's not locked up, to rejuvenate their selves. Or it helped the radiator hose rejuvenate itself as I poured all over it. One of these days we'll get enough money to buy us one of them borescope things. Maybe. Probably not.
I see you up there, kitty.
Don't forget, comment, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate all the views on the black Camaro. We got parts ordered for it, so that's going to be a build here in just a couple weeks. We got to get started on it. Alright. Pour a little bit of carburetor, see if it's... Uh-oh. That ain't a good sign. Well, there it is. Let's say it's locked up, but it wasn't. Maybe they get down and trying to work and it's working. Maybe. Alright, let's see if it'll turn over by hand. Got a little rot in the cowl up here, but that's easy fix. But your 307s was notorious for coming out in these trucks. They had a bunch of torque. That's about all they were good for. Got to gap our plugs, we got them clean. Make sure it's in neutral. Got here. Nope, she's locked up. So let's get us a jack and a pry bar and try and turn it over by the flywheel, because what's going to wind up happening is that bolt's going to break in the front of the crankshaft.
Dixie Customs. Will it run? 1968 C30.
Here's Thomas's new shop help. Blue and Kit Kat.
Be careful you break the barrel house or anything. Let me free up a little bit now. Alright, let's see what we can do with the by using the crankshaft. So we turn it over by the crankshaft. Good grief, it's still hard up here. There it goes. Well, went to right there. I hear all the mild mist oil pouring out the bottom of it. See that hard spot in there right there. ratchets in the floor now. Oh yeah. Nope, here's a hard spot every time. Okay. So now let's get our spark plugs gap. Like I said, I always check the gap on the plugs because like that one right there, nowhere near gap wide enough. And if you're gonna go to this much trouble to try and get one running, might as well have the proper gap. Yeah, that one went in gap at about 15. Because the gauge starts out at 20 and it would just barely did start on at 20. And your points, same thing with them. You got to make sure they're gapped properly. Because if not, you won't accomplish nothing. I think it's been hot once or twice. See, this one here is gapped on 20. And it don't take much to crush the ends of them in. It's like some point in time somebody put a new coil on it, a new distributor cap. Like I said, my uncle, he had a guy up there in Tucker that always worked on his stuff, so that's the gap so close can't even get the gapper to work on it. And that's what that little round circle on your gap tool is if your electrode is too close to where you can't get it to slide up on the gapper, you stick your electrode through that and bend it up. And that will help you get it open up. I can't get that one. So I'll get these last two that way.
And now Uncle Bud was your great uncle, so
yeah.
That was your grandmother's brother.
Grandmother's brother.
So there's really no telling how long he had this truck.
He had it since brand new.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he used
I didn't know that.
He owned several rental properties in South Carolina and in Georgia. And he worked for the Millwrights Union, Union Hall. And he used to own some shares in Atlanta Motor Speedway. That was before my time, so. Yeah, when I had my roofing company, we used to always go roof his houses for his rental houses for him, up on Lake Lanier and all like that. Part of the reason my body's wore out, all the hard work I done at the early age, all catching up with me now. Now we got all the plugs back in. We're going to check the points on it and see what they look like. I thought it was. Screw here wants to be ornery. Screw missing out of it, don't it?
Looks like something is.
Cap don't look bad on the inside.
Mm-mm.
All the prongs in it. I can't see from this angle.
Yes, they look like they are.
to get a, that says a flathead. Imagine that. Guess that's when that rust hole's right there. That way you can work on your stripper with a full grown screwdriver. The thing is, all that rust is falling down in the stripper. It's a flathead screw. Normally they're Phillip heads. That's kind of unusual. I guess we'll find. Normally them centrifugal weights right there will stick. They'll rust. That's what advances you. Advance and retards your timing rebound on your rotor button. As you rev it up.
Are those a little rusted?
Huh?
Are those a little rusted?
No. As you rev it up, the weights swing out. You let the rotor button retard and slow the gain pick up with the motor. Get the coil out of the way for a minute so I can work on the points here. And this set of points here, the condenser is made to the end of the points. It's all brand new. Somebody did some work on this thing. When I got it, it was sitting in the middle of a can't think what the things are called now.
I don't know.
Cane field, cane poles. Yeah. And the city came in and told them they had to move everything, so he had this and a couple other cars. I got a Monte Carlo and I got this. He's got an Impala, SS Impala wagon, and I don't know what all over there, and somebody come stole a bunch of it. He had somebody come price hauling it off, and they hauled it off for him. He had a Pontiac Bonneville convertible. They stole it. Okay. So he no longer has it no more. Let's see if we got a battery for it. I think the one that we took out of the 32 will work. If we had to charge it. Get the battery post cleaner right quick and clean them up so we get a connection.
We have two little helpers over here. Hi guys.
What's up?
We actually have four shop helpers in here this week. Devin, Miranda, Blue, and Kit Kat.
It's positive, and it's negative. And it's got to be turned around because it's not long enough to reach the negative. So we'll just do it like that right there. How about that?
Works for me.
Alright. Let's see if we have any smoke or fire anywhere. Ready?
Nothing.
It's in an arc. That's a good sign. Had some critters chewing on the heater hose right there. That chewed it into.
As long as they're not
Still in the vehicle.
along for the ride, then that's okay.
I don't see no smoke. So, let's bump the key over and see if the points are firing. You have to look right down in there to see the points firing. I don't know if you can see it from the angle.
I'm not.
Is you ready?
No, but yeah.
Right now.
As long as it's in neutral.
It's in neutral.
Yep.
kind of got a lope to it. Doesn't mean we got stuck valves or something.
Something.
Probably,
Probably gonna be the something.
More than likely it's gonna be the something. And on your old rotor buttons, they had a square and a circle. And that way, that's how it lined up on the distributor to make sure you put the proper side on so it's in the right order. Otherwise it'll be 180 out. So this one is the square and there's the circle. I looked in the toolbox and I don't have no screws. So. You have to hope for the best. But suppose it was running when it was parked. They just had brought it back from South Carolina at the farm. Pour a little bit of gas down of its carburation and see what it does. Any takers on if it's gonna fire or not? Anyone? Anyone?
I heard a no over there. We don't even have a yes?
Sure.
Okay, we got one yes and one no. And one Bueller. It sounded like. Bueller? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Alright, Bueller, let's see if this thing, what did it do? I don't want to stick my leg in here because there's all kinds of stuff on inside the truck.
Yeah, we didn't clean the inside of the truck out.
Well, that was crazy.
Yeah, let's open the door now.
So first start in 25 plus years. I had a little ticking going on, but other than that, it ran.
And got rid of some mosquitoes in the process.
Yeah.
Even got rid of our assistants.
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
Choked them out. Well, alright. Well, let's get a makeshift gas can and possibly bleed the brakes to see if we can get this thing where we can drive it.
And get some air.
Get some air.
Today we are back to work on the C30. We noticed it has a couple of stickers on there. A couple of oil change stickers. Can't really read it. But that one's from Tucker, Georgia. And then there's a Texaco one down here on the bottom. We're going to get started cleaning out the inside of it before we take it for its first test drive. And then we noticed the sticker here on the steering column. General Motors Corporation certifies to the dealer that equipment on this chassis unit conforms to all Federal Motor Vehicle Equipment Safety Standards applicable at the time of manufacture.
Hey, Uncle Bud was classy back in the day. Yeah, those Betty Boop mats.
We'll have to wash those up.
Yeah.
Betty Boop on the motorcycle.
Got a wasp nest in the air cleaner. The door panel looks immaculate other than right there where the sweat part of the arm goes.
The seat's in pretty good shape too. Just got the one tear here on the driver's side. The other door panel is still on the passenger door. So that's the panel off the driver's door here.
We got some squirrel and ratatouille stuff going on.
It does have a radio, which wouldn't be factory.
Need a hand?
You might need to put that on. Reaching back behind that seat.
More brake fluid. So apparently we have brake issues. Oh, red soil all cup.
Maybe he didn't know that brake line was cut back there. Here comes some shop help.
Oil stain. What are you doing?
You can let her check out the critter issue.
Give it a CAT scan.
Mm-hmm.
She's so young to this here world, she probably don't know what a rat is. But nobody knows what that is. It used to go to an old drop light. Had a big bell, big hat bell on it, and you'd clamp it to wherever you was working. Ingenious.
We used to use the one your granddaddy had in his shop.
Yep.
I don't know if we still have it. Probably not. You want some gloves?
Nah.
A mask?
Nah. You only live once. Hey, there's a brand new trailer ball. I think we're going to need more in a garbage bag because this is some heavy duty salt shaker. It's a heavy duty mess here. When we was doing framing with him or whatever, and he was laying something out, this here was his favorite tool. He had that and a piece of grafting paper he would always scale stuff out on. Time you went to a job and you seen the grafting paper, you knew it was going to be on. Hey, there's the old original block off plate for the radio.
I can't believe that's still in here.
There's some antique saw blades. When was the last time you seen a 5-inch saw blade?
You can keep that, I'll paint something
Or
on
a 6-inch saw blade?
Hold up, let me get out of the way.
Hey, there's our vent winder.
Yeah, this one's missing.
That's where it is. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The springs broke off the bottom of it.
Oh, good.
Original OE equipment there.
And then the cat comes out from under the seat.
The rest I can be got was vacuum. But it's even still got the styrofoam over. The cardboard over the
Gas tank.
gas tank.
It's going to need some rockers, but we do have some of those in stock.
You have to call Dixie Customs, see if they got some we can get. Alright, well let me get the vacuum.
And we'll get this cleaned up.
It's a billy club. Use that to check the air in your tires. Find all kinds of antique stuff. Alright, I guess we'll switch sides.
Now you can see the rocker and the floorboard now that all the leaves are vacuumed out. That's common for these models of trucks. Our 71's got to have them replaced in it too.
This one came with seat belts. Trying to clean the valance out. It's got tree leaves and all in it. That's what caused the front of it to rot out up there. And it's caused the screws to rot out. So, normally if you take a screwdriver and tap it as you turn it, it'll bite. But that one just ain't gonna bite. I always take a pick and clean the center of the screw out, that way it has every effort it can get to dig in. Oop. Your rubber is falling all to pieces. Never gonna be able to use that or not. Do a try. And normally you put screen wire like you put on a screen door. If I don't know what a screen door is anymore. In there. Apparently I missed the screw somewhere. Not right. Just put a screen wire up on it and it stops the leaves from getting in the cowl. Now we got them all out.
And there is all the leaves we got to get out now.
More vacuum work.
That's a lot. So we'll get that cleaned up and move on to the next step.
That's him. Alright, we're going to see if we can take this thing on a ride around the field. Now do something with the windshield rubber because it's starting to come apart. But listen to how tight this cab is, how easy the door shuts.
Like a new one.
Better than a new one.
This one over here's got rust in it because of the vent window being out for who knows how long.
But it still shuts easy too, watch. Alright, let's put some gas in the carburetor. I took an antifreeze jug and I put a 10-inch 3/8 steel line on the end of my rubber line. That way it's counterweighted and it goes to the bottom of the jug, because if you just put a rubber hose in there, it curls up. Well, here, I'll show you how I did it. So you just take a metal gas line, put it on any rubber line. That way when you stick it in the gas, it don't try and curl back up on you. And that way you use every bit of gas that's in the can. So we're gonna put gas back in the carburetor and see if it'll crank up again. Oh, and I drained the oil out of it and just put used oil back in it. A different oil, but I'm not gonna put new oil in it because we're gonna pull this motor out and fix the firewall and put it on a disc brake frame. So stay tuned for the upcoming video of that. And don't forget, like and subscribe, make comments, because that helps all this get to the top of the page and stay. The battery cable back on. Still no smoke, so I guess we're still doing good. The battery help hold the gas tank. Here. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll run our battery cable through the gas tank. What could possibly go wrong? Alright. Let's see if she'll crank up and run.
He went in the shop to get something. I thought he was still in front of the truck. Did it run out of gas that fast? We shouldn't have any mosquitoes tonight.
We're going to try the dumping the water in the carburetor trick and see if we can get the valves to seat. Ran out of gas again. Is the smoke clearing up?
No, it's not.
So I think the rings and all might be shot on this one. You guys gotta take the valve covers off of it and see which rocker arm is not picking up oil. But it does run.
It smokes.
And
slightly.
smokes. Mosquito sprayer.
Mm-hmm.
You think Midas would warranty the muffler on it?
I think it needs more than a muffler.
You think? All it's got is lights on the dash. It don't have no gauges, so don't know what the oil pressure is or nothing else. So let's grab a 7/16 socket and ratchet. We'll pull the valve covers off of it and see which one of the lifters is not happy. Sounds like just one though. See what we got lurking under here. Somebody that had it off because the tab was missing off that back here. squealing, the generator is not charging. Just raising again.
You said this was a 307?
Yeah. Well, it's clean as a pin up under it. And right there is our rattly one. Looks like it's backed off. Because it ain't got the same amount of thread the rest of them do. And these things were bad about pushing the studs out of the heads. Because these are not screw-in studs. I heard something clank then. Nope, that's just a collapsed lifter there. Nope, that stud's pushed out of the head. Is that sticking up higher than that one there? So that's what it's done, is it started pushing the studs out of the heads. So we tighten them up, I was going to push the stud the rest of the way out. Push that stud slap out of the head so when you tighten down enough. If it was a collapsed lifter, then this would be not even with the one beside it. If it was a collapsed lifter, it looked like that. But you see how them's even with each other?
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to show you that it's not a collapsed lifter if you're just looking with your naked eye, but I'm going to show you about the stud. Okay. Take your straight edge and lay across the top of it. Alright, where's the best straight edge I can find? Alright. See, it's touching the stick right there. But none of the rest of them are. They all got about a 1/4 inch gap down. So if you took all the rockers off, that one would be protruding above the rest of them. So it's just pulled out of the head. But you can take and put the nut on top of it. Like so. You take a big hammer and knock the fool out of it. 9 times out of 10 it don't work because the studs are pressed in, they're not beat in. But in this case, there ain't really much we can tear up, so I guess it much matters. Screw the nut down where it's close to the top and you get a big hammer. You see it go down? This was a notorious problem when these 307s was pushing studs out. Well, any of your pushed in studs are notorious for coming out. Alright, now go on the other side and look. See the distance is about the same as the ones beside it?
I can tell from my angle. I don't know if the camera can pick it up.
Well, we'll take and we'll put this back on there and see if it will tighten up without pulling the stud back out. 9 times out of 10, if you ever get a stud that pulls out, it's hard to make it stay in there. Without replacing them. My shoulders are wore out, so it's hard for me to do this in the truck. Or in a vehicle, period. Okay, see it now, it tightens up. It's got about the same motion the rest of them do. This other out over here. Which one's clacking on it? That one there? Yep, that's the same thing. It studs backed out on it. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but you can see it with your naked eye. And when you try and tighten it down, you just wind up bottoming the bolt out. Well, let's crank it up and see if it clackers. I'm not going to put the Velcro back on it. We've already seen it drive out here out of the shop. And it don't have brakes on it, so I'm not going to... I got a square body Chevrolet sitting there around the corner. It's rotted out. The frame's good, so I'm going to take all the suspension out from under it and put in this. And just use this brake. What we're listening for is the ticky 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 to be gone. Do you think we were successful?
Let's find out.
This oil ain't good. But it ain't ticking nowhere near as bad as it was.
Nope.
You can go through and run the valves on one and stop it from ticking all together. What you do is you turn your push rod, and as you turn your push rod, you tighten up on your rock arm, and when it gets a little bit of resistance to get it, you turn a quarter turn. That one's open, that one's not. And that's how you set your preload on your rockers. Alright, flip it over. Tell me when that one right there comes up.
Yep.
I know this ain't the proper way to do it. People gonna be screaming in the comments, pitching fits. We just played in the backyard. That'll stop all the oil from slinging everywhere. I'll pressure wash under the hood again now. A little bit of gas in the carburetor, and let's see if it cranks up and not goes ticky 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 no more. Catch on fire from the oil being on the manifolds one.
Don't say that.
our rings are shot. We're about out of gas, and that's why, because it's all back in oil again. Yep. Yep, and it's all back in the oil again.
So we're not going to get to ride this one around in the field today. No brakes.
No brakes ain't what, I ain't worried about no brakes.
Well, I am.
I'm gonna ride around it.
Just go that way.
Well, then what we had to do is push it back up there when it runs out of gas.
I wiped down the driver's side, the door, cleaned the window on this side, wiped down the seat. Didn't clean the entire seat because he put the door panel back in here, some other parts, so it's partially cleaned, but definitely better than it was.
Looks like I do a little work to it. Let's see if it'll just run around the yard. Hey, window works. Save the planet and cut it off.
Save us too. Well, it did run, it did drive.
Yeah. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend. Check us out on all of our other platforms. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Patreon, Lemonade. And then check out our eBay store at Dixie Customs on eBay, and then check out on Amazon at Dixie Customs. And all that helps us out, helps the channel grow. And leave a comment, that helps the channel grow. But thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. And don't forget, sitting on your projects will leave dents in them. She did that.